Welcome back to Dummy Boy Finance. I'm Dummy Boy, and in this video, I just want to go over IGEN stock. So IGEN stock is my biggest holding, and so I have an eagle eye on this position, and so I just want to update everybody else who's also in the stock on what's going on with the price action right now. So right now we're looking at IGEN here on the weekly time frame, and so on the weekly it's very clear to see what's going on. And so the biggest thing I want to mention with the weekly is that our MACD did cross over. So the fact that we're crossed over is actually extremely bullish. So the fact that we got this cross is indicative of a multi-week uptrend. And so when I'm looking at the price action down today was actually a pretty good day. So I'm going to bring this now to our daily, and I'm going to talk about why. So you can see right here, we were down today, but this is a green candle. You can see we tested lows today of 0055, but we closed at the top or near the top of our price action. And so this is a very great close. And the biggest thing on the daily time frame I want people to be aware of, so that in the future that they can apply this same principle to their own trades. We're looking at the yellow line right now. The yellow line is the 20-day SMA. So we have the 20, the 50, the 100, and the 200. And so right now we actually have a very ideal setup. We have our 200 at the top, we have our 100 next, then we have our 50, and now we have our 20 crossing over. So I'm going to take you guys back to the history of just this chart, and we'll look at the yellow line here. We're just going to focus strictly on the yellow. What the yellow line represents is once you get a cross of our yellow line and our green line, like we get right here, this becomes a buying opportunity. And so I'm going to go back in the history of the stock, and we're just going to watch it. Our yellow line right now is below our green line, our 50. The stock's not a buy, it's not a buy, it's not a buy. Here we get the crossover, that is our sell signal. The last time we crossed our green right here, we got a back test of our SMA. So back tests don't only apply to just price action. If you can get SMA back test, that is actually even stronger confirmation than price action. So what I mean by that is, so we got our yellow line, it crossed, this was a buy signal, right? And so what I've learned with these SMAs is instead of using this as the buy signal, wait and watch for a back test of the SMA. So here we broke out, but our price action broke down. And then here you could see right here, our price action recovered, and you can see that our yellow line bounced off our green line. So this right here was the buy signal. So on this day it was the buy signal. And so from this buy signal, you will get price action that some days will go low, some days will go high, but that's the beauty of these SMAs. These SMAs take an average of the price. So that's why we're not too focused about the intraday swings being down 15%, then being up 10%. That doesn't really make a difference. We're really just watching these SMAs because these tell the story. And so once we got this bounce right here, we had our buy signal, and from this point on, that's all she wrote. You can see from that point on, that bounce is where we had this crazy uptrend for IGEN. And so here we are today, now that we have some sort of context of why I believe so much in these SMAs, we have gotten our breakout. So that was not confirmation, but we got our breakout. Now, because our price action is below, we are expected to see this yellow line come back down. And if this yellow line comes back down and bounces off this green, this becomes another buy signal. And so when I'm looking at this candle, this is an extremely bullish close for what we saw today. So I expect the price action to stay maybe below this 0065 for a couple more days. That'll bring this yellow line a bit lower, and then our price action will start to climb. Eventually this should bounce off this green line, and that will initiate the uptrend. And so when I'm looking at the price action, people wondering why the stock hasn't broken out, how the accumulation continues to go up, but the price keeps going down. Right now we're just focused on the SMAs. Personally, I'm focused on the SMAs. Once I get this back test and bounce, that is going to confirm to me that this stock is ready for an uptrend, and that is the best signal for me at least to confirm that uptrend. And so just for reference again, when our yellow line crossed this green line, our price action was below. The exact same scenario is playing out right here. We can get even more similarities with the stock. Let's just follow up this drop right here. You can see we dropped, we ran up, we dropped, we ran up, we dropped, and then we ran up. The exact same scenario. We dropped, we ran up, we dropped, we ran up, we dropped, and now we are looking for that same run up. So if I'm looking at these charts, we are right here on this move to the upside. And so yes, I can't predict if this same scenario is going to happen, but when I'm looking at the SMA alignment, this looks very similar to where we are right now. And so the fact that we're over here while we're here is a great forward-looking sign for this stock. I've mentioned October, mid-October is going to be a great time for a lot of our OTC plays, and in specific IGEN. Again, this is my biggest holding, and so I do watch this one a little bit closer than most stocks, and so I wanted to make sure that everybody understands why I'm still very bullish on this outlook for the next couple months. Nothing has changed, even though our price action has been down. Our MACD got its crossover, and now we are looking for our 20-day SMA to bounce off of our 50. And once we get that, then it is a lock and load. Don't be buying no more shares. Load in with your position and ride the rip. And that's all she wrote. And so this is a quick little video on IGEN, just explaining myself, explaining what I'm looking at the charts, and why I am still very bullish on this stock. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like. We are on the road to 10K subs, so if you made it to this point, feel free to hit that subscription button. This is Dummy Boy Finance. I'm Dummy Boy, and I'll see you guys in the next one.